Sunday Concessions. Sunday Concessions. Sunday Concessions.
Okay. Welcome back to Sunday Concessions. Now on Abundant TV Network, like we said already in the intro. We are stoked to be here, so we wanted to take some time to reintroduce Sunday Concessions to you all. This is probably going to be redundant to our followers there on YouTube, but also we want our new viewers to know who we are. So who is Sunday Concessions? We are a NFL football podcast, but all three of us host, me, Cameron, Caleb, and Trey. We're all Christians, we're all believers, and so we center everything we do around our faith, but we also wanted a place to talk ball, talk sports, and talk freely about some of our other interests. So what you can expect is different shows throughout all the offseason, talking about the things going on in training camp, getting you prepared for fantasy football season, and then just fun rankings videos or talking about whatever different topic we decide that week. Once we get in season, we'll be breaking down games, teams, all kinds of different things to give you the most up-to-date info about what's going on around the league. So we definitely want you to stick around and hang out with us. We will be live on Abundant TV every Saturday night, so make sure that you keep that on your calendar and check us out. You can also check us out on YouTube, like I said, at Sunday Concessions. But yeah, let's introduce everybody to who we've got in the room here. So first, I want to start with Caleb. So Caleb, why don't you introduce yourself to our new viewers?
Absolutely. My name is Caleb, as Cam already mentioned. I have been with Sunday Concessions for probably less than a year, actually. I wasn't cool enough to make the first take, so, I had to prove my worth and my skills, and they finally brought me in.
Yeah,
It's true.
you were our like seventh,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, everyone else turned us down.
I was down on the list, but everybody else kind of flunked out, so I guess we'll wrap it.
We asked Brady, we asked Peyton Manning. They all said no.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Then it was Caleb, and he did a lot of our yard work for us to earn a spot. So.
Yeah.
Worth it, though.
Yeah.
Worth every second. I am just a diehard football fan. I love everything football. Sadly, a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. It's been some good years, some bad years, but I'm looking forward to the good. Hopefully it gets better, but I'm really excited to be here. I'm excited to hang out with all of you guys. We're going to have a lot of fun, and it's going to be good.
Cool. We also have Trey. Trey, the mastermind behind all of this.
T-Ray?
Why don't you introduce yourself, Trey?
Yeah, I think that's a little overblowing it. I don't know if mastermind is the right word for it, but yeah, I started at FanFeed Network. So Sunday Concessions is actually our flagship show over here at FanFeed Network. We also have a lot of merchandise. We'll get to that in a little bit, but I met up with Cam at a mutual friend's birthday party for their kid, and I was like, hey man, I've got this idea. I'm starting to put together a team for this media company is what it was at the time. Earlier this year, after the Super Bowl ended, we kind of all took a little break and we came back together and said, all right, we want to make sure that this year we want to focus everything, like Cam said, around Christ and just, let everybody know like that's who we are as individuals, and it's not just about sports, but it's something bigger. So you'll get some of that in some of our conversations too, and we just really want to talk to all of you about that kind of stuff because that's more important. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's a lot of fun. We kind of have some off the wall topics. I get a little bit heated. I'm probably the emotional
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
He's the emotional one. Check out our last episode.
Dude, don't do it.
It was a good time.
Yeah, go check it out.
Trey, who's your team?
Oh, my team is the Denver Broncos.
Boring.
They were saying Bo.
Yeah,
that's what they're saying.
yeah.
Bo Nix.
Yeah,
That's who they're rooting for. But yeah, man, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited for this year. Stoked to be a part of the Abundant TV network, though, for real. Like, that is so cool. And Rob's been awesome through the entire process.
Yeah, Rob loves Bo Nix, too. You guys have that in common.
Yeah, Rob does love Bo Nix.
Yeah.
I saw him in his Seahawks jersey just talking so much about Bo Nix earlier.
He was talking. Yeah,
Shout out Rob.
He wasn't talking great about him. But he's so easy to root for. Bo Nix, man, you're going to hear a lot of this. Okay. But anyways, Cam, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll introduce myself. First, I do want to say that Trey is somewhat prophetic in the fact that he started this thing, FanFeed Network, the year the Broncos became good. Because before that, it was, what, a decade of not good football from the Broncos? And then last year you make the AFC Championship?
Well, to be fair, they made the playoffs the year before.
Sure.
But, yes.
Out of pity.
But it was like, oh, that was that was season. It's going to be bad next year.
That's right. That's right. So, anyway, I just wanted to say that. I'm Cameron, or Cam, KB. Lifelong football fan, lifelong Steelers fan. Get it from my father, and I, unlike Caleb, am not ashamed of my Steelers fandom. We've had some really
sad.
good years. I was alive for the 2005 Seahawks Steelers Super Bowl. That was a good time. I love the Steelers Cardinals Super Bowl where Big Ben led us down the field to win the game. Some of my favorite memories, man, just watching the Steelers win, but it also had some heartbreaking losses. So, yeah, I love being a Steelers fan. I'm also a big fantasy football fan. So, to anybody who plays fantasy football, this is a great show for you.
That's probably a good time to tell people about that, is that we have a fantasy football show that these guys run that's crazy. That show pops off. Like, people are all in the chat, so come join us on YouTube.
Yeah,
and
people
check it
love
out.
us.
Yeah.
We've been doing the some best ball drafts throughout the season right now, which even if you don't play best ball, you can come in and watch and get player takes and ideas about who to draft. It's just a fun time to talk fantasy football. But, I've been playing since probably, what was Adrian Peterson's rookie year? 2006, I think.
Wow. So long.
I wasn't even alive.
We're all
back
so
then.
impressed.
I've been playing since 2006, whatever. I started playing Dynasty in 2018. And, so I'm just a diehard football fan in every way. I could talk about football all
Still
day
hasn't
long,
won
so.
a league, though. So.
Hey, we ain't gonna talk about all that.
Just kidding.
But anyway,
he's won lots of leagues.
so that's us. That's Sunday Concessions. We're so excited to have a whole new place to introduce ourselves to new people, and we hope you join us along for the ride. You can follow us all on social media or at Sunday Concessions. Just follow the Sunday Concessions to stay up to date with everything. And let's move on to our next segment.
Don't go anywhere. Here comes an ad.
Here we go. News and notes. It is June 1st, the day we've all been waiting for some Blockbuster trades, and one surprise. Let's start with the surprise. Myles Garrett got dealt today.
My gosh, dude.
Traded.
That's crazy.
Browns traded Myles Garrett to the Rams for edge rusher Jared Verse, a 27 first-round pick, a 28 second-round pick, and a 29 third-round pick. So Myles Garrett is now headed to L.A. to pair up with Trent McDuffie.
Wowzer.
And all of a sudden, the Rams have a stud defense. Man, how are you guys feeling about this one?
Well, I got to gloat a little bit. I don't want to gloat necessarily. Well, I'm not a big bragger, but
here
man,
we go.
Here we go. This morning, I was on with Rob. We're recording this Monday for those watching. I was on with Rob on his morning break TV show, and he asked me for my Super Bowl picks. Well, he asked me a couple questions about football, but my Super Bowl picks, and I was like, Los Angeles Rams.
Yep.
I think the Seattle's, and I was saying that the three of us, we were talking about how in the postseason last year we were all like, it's the Rams or it's the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Like that's who it's going to be, and we don't know who it's going to be. Obviously, it turned out to be them. But I was never so confident to pick an NFC division or conference winner than I am right now.
Yeah.
My gosh!
And now they just get a little bit of a boost with Myles Garrett.
yeah.
Gabes, how are you
He's
feeling
only
about
the
this trade?
defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
I know. Insane, man. I mean, best defensive player in the league, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Huh?
Second best.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Second best to Trent McDuffie.
I mean, this is just insane. I think, Trey, we were just talking about how, like, we never see, like, big QB trades, like, top names or whatever. But here we are with the biggest defensive name, like, being traded.
Yeah.
And I've already been seeing people like, oh, my gosh, like, the Browns fleeced. Like, it's like, what? What are you saying? I think it was a beautiful trade for both sides.
Yeah.
Like, I think it works out great. I really want to hear what Trey had to say because I know we kind of disagree with the Bengals trade that they made with the Giants.
Right.
But, like, yeah, man, the Rams are all in. Like, this
All
is
in.
this is sweet. And that's what we've been talking about. Like, teams are so afraid to go all in.
Yeah.
Right.
And make the right decisions going all in. And the Rams, I mean, they did it a couple years ago, and now they're doing it again. And I love it. I'm here for it.
Oh, dude.
Who wins this trade, Trey?
The Rams, easy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
what is Cleveland going to do? Like, the Rams are like, we're winning a Super Bowl. The Browns are not they're not winning a Super Bowl. They're not even close to winning a Super Bowl. The Browns are going to be miserable, and that they know that, which is why they traded for all those picks. Like they need to rebuild, and it starts now. Sorry for any Cleveland fans listening or watching.
Cleveland Brown fans hearing the tank starts now.
My gosh, yeah.
Gosh, should have started a long time ago.
It's like Groundhog's Day.
That is crazy. We're 4 months removed from the Super Bowl, and we're like, okay, good luck in 2028.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll be very curious to see how other teams react to this trade, to see if it kind of like, kickstarts them a little bit, like, oh my gosh, if we want to win, like, we need to take this serious. We'll see. I mean, maybe you could say that a little bit about the Patriots, who we'll talk about next, and their trade. But
well, I'll just say this: I think both teams win this trade
for sure.
I think the Rams obviously win in the more tangible sense because they get a player right now who's going to start and dominate on their defense. They were already in the NFC Championship last year, and now they fix the two holes on their defense, which was secondary and edge rush.
Yeah.
Literally, like one of the earlier shows in Sunday Concessions history, we were talking about the Rams and Jared Verse, and we were like, man, what happened to Jared Verse? Like, he just kind of like fell off. He was so good and then just fell off, and now he gets dealt. So I think the Rams, it's a smash trade. You have to pay for, the best player in the NFL. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter reacting to it saying, that Rams just gave up so much. But, like, if the goal is to win a Super Bowl and you're trading for the best player in the NFL on defense, you're going to have to pay up, even if he is 30 years old. Now, you go back to the Brown side of things, and the Browns now own 2 firsts in 2027. They have Jared Verse, who is a younger edge rusher. So it's not like they completely lost an edge rusher where there's a hole in the roster. No, they just add Jared Verse, who, yes, he's been kind of lacking. I saw a stat today that Myles Garrett, between weeks 8 and 12 last week, had 13 sacks total. And Jared Verse has 12 total his entire career so far.
oh my gosh.
So, I still think it's a great trade for the Browns because they get just younger and a cheaper contract on the defense while they're rebuilding.
Right.
They weren't going to have Garrett for the championship run, whenever that ends up being, if that ever comes to being, because it is Cleveland. But I think it's a smash trade all the way around.
I agree. This is what we were hoping Pittsburgh would do with T.J. Watt.
Yeah.
I mean, it just makes sense. You're not going for it. Get the value you can for the guy that has value on your team and move on.
Yeah, but Pittsburgh still feels like they're going for it.
Pittsburgh still feels like they're going for it with their
But seeing this
82-year-old
trade,
quarterback.
seeing that this trade happened, I mean, I'd be willing to trade T.J. Watt for 2 firsts.
I think what you need to do is, I think every team needs to sit down and look at the Los Angeles Rams and say, how close are we to them?
Right.
Because they, in my opinion, look like the most complete team in the NFL right now. And which is funny because, like, earlier this morning, I said that I think the Broncos, at least in the AFC, look like the most complete team, like top to bottom. But in the NFL, now you look at the Rams and you're like, where is the weak spot? I mean, it's like you said, they needed line help. They needed, that edge rusher.
Yeah.
And they needed secondary help, and they went out and they did that. Did the same thing in 2022. When they went out and they got Von Miller, they got Matthew Stafford. They traded the farm for both of those guys.
And Jalen Ramsey.
And Jalen Ramsey, exactly.
Didn't they trade for him?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
They
from the
did.
Jags.
Yep. And so they traded so much for those 3 players, which, they're doing the same thing here. If you could win a Super Bowl every 4 years by trading the farm, would you do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's
'cause
the
that's
point.
what-
That's
right.
the goal.
Right. And I would do the same thing. I would trade so many first-round picks to win a Super Bowl now, and then in 4 years do it again and win another Super Bowl.
And I
every
think-
single 4 years, I would do that.
And I think because there's not a lot of trades, the market in the NFL is very low.
Yeah.
So you can take advantage of the market. I mean, like, we just saw DJ Moore get traded for a second. And I'm not the biggest DJ Moore fan, but a second-round pick is so, like, it's so hard to hit with a second-round pick. And everybody sees it and they go, oh my gosh, DJ Moore has just always failed to live up to expectation. But it's also like, he's an established wide receiver that you're getting for a second-round pick. Who are the other receivers going in the second round this year? And I'll show you the guy that I prefer, and it's going to be DJ Moore every single time.
Yep.
So, I just think that there's a lot of value to be gained by trading away these picks for a mystery box. And really, if you're drafting a first-round pick and drafting an edge rusher, you're hoping he becomes who? Myles Garrett.
Right.
Yeah.
So why don't you just get Myles Garrett right now if your team is set
A
up
lock.
for it?
He's a lock in the NFL.
He is, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you know what you're getting with him, and
Exactly.
everything else is a gamble.
Exactly.
I've always talked or had that same thought, and I think we even talked about it last year where I was like, I think there's too much weight put into draft picks.
Yeah.
It's because they're all gambles. It's like, why not give it up for the people you know produce in the NFL?
Right,
Obviously, like contracts, age, injury, history, like all of that goes into account, but I don't know, man. Like, that to me seems like such a less gamble than, than
Absolutely.
just like going into
and
the
I
draft.
wish these like higher end teams would like take notes. Me and you were talking about how frustrating it is. Buffalo Bills, they continue to just keep doing the same thing year over year. They will not add to the team. They had an
Right.
opportunity to trade for a receiver before the trade deadline this past year, and they refused to do anything to give Josh Allen help. And it's like, what are you waiting for? Why are you like so gung ho about holding on to your first round pick, which is going to be what the last 5 picks maybe in the draft, which is someone like, I don't know, might be good.
Yeah.
Man, it's so irritating.
Yeah.
Buffalo especially irritates me with it.
Speaking of spending a first-round pick to get a wide receiver to the NFC East.
Well, hold on. Look, can I say one thing before we move on?
good.
Just this one thing,
Yeah.
because I have to point this out. There's a specific analyst. I'm not going to shout out their name, but it is funny to see how people switch
Diana
up,
Rusi-
and
Never
why
mind.
you have to be a critical thinker when you read what people post online. But this guy is a big Colts fan and posted about the Colts trade last year for Sauce Gardner. Remember, mid-season, they traded 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner. And he was like, this is an incredible trade. This is like exactly what you do when your team is playing well. And even if it doesn't pan out, like, you at least went for it. And so many teams are just don't want to go for it.
Yeah.
This trade happened today, the Rams trade. And he was like, this is a terrible trade. What are the Rams even doing?
Oh, my gosh.
And it's just funny to see people who are bigger names in media that, can flip-flop so fast on their stances.
Yeah.
So, I just go for it. Compete. I
Yeah,
love the Rams.
dude.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Stop
Let's
playing
talk
scared.
about A.J. Brown. We've been waiting on this one. We kind of knew it was going to happen. I'm glad we ranked the receivers the way we did.
Yeah.
Because it was pretty much assumed it was going to happen, but there kept being some FUD going around. But anyway, A.J. Brown has been traded from the Philadelphia Eagles to the New England Patriots for the price of a 28 first-rounder and a 27 fifth-round pick. I don't know about y'all. This trade is very exciting to me.
Yeah. I mean, this is great for New England. Philly, I think, is going to take a couple major steps back this year. I don't think that they're going to be – I don't even know – I'm going to say this now. Philly's not going to win the NFC East this year. They're not going to win it. I think there's a chance they could come in like 3rd place. There's a chance they could come in 4th place.
Jeez.
Like legitimately, I could see legitimately Washington, New York, and Dallas beating Philly, just flat out.
We're not doing hot takes yet, Trey.
Okay. Well, that's not even a hot take. Like, I don't even think. Well, other people will think that's a hot take. Philly fans are going to crucify me for that. That's
crazy.
My gosh. But
We just lost 80,000 viewers.
yeah.
Thanks, Trey.
Caleb, we've been doing the best ball drafts, and you've been very high on the Eagles offense going into the season, and you've been high on Devonta Smith, who's now the wide receiver 1 in Philly. So why don't you talk about that, how that pans out for the Eagles? How do you see that panning out?
Honestly, I feel like this kind of sets the Eagles' offense free in a way. We've seen A.J. Brown just be emotional, and I get it. You're
For a good reason.
Yeah. For
nothing
good
wrong with
reason.
being emotional about football, Caleb.
I get it though. Like, you're a wide receiver 1, you want targets. It's cool like winning games and making money, but it goes to show that he loves the game. He wants to play. He wants to be in the action. I get it, but it just kind of like got to the point where it's like, okay, we kind of have to like give A.J. Brown like his due, It wasn't like he was part of the scheme. It was just like, he's there. We got to make it happen. And so I feel like letting him go now is going to unlock the Eagles offense again to where they can have more of a scheme. Now they have Mekhi Lemon and Eli Stowers. The offense was so run heavy, and then it was so just like sideline like based. It was all these streaks downfield and these hooks. 3rd and 7 was an A.J. Brown slant every time. Gosh. He's a great piece to have. I'm not saying that like they're going to get worse because of it, but I do think this kind of opens up your offense to be a lot more creative. I think Jalen Hurts can kind of get better at throwing down the middle of the field, which I know a lot of people have concerns that Jalen Hurts never throws in the middle of the field. Whatever. But I think this will open it up more so you can get a little more creative, have a little bit more edge to you that other teams aren't aware of. And I'm excited for the Eagles offense. I think it's going to be a lot better than last year.
Interesting.
A lot better.
Yeah.
Can I read you the offenses really quick?
Yeah.
Or what's projected anyways. So Philly's got Devontae Smith, Dontavian Wicks as wide receiver 2, and Mekhi Lemon in the slot. Depth pieces, Hollywood Brown, Darius Cooper, Elijah Moore, and Johnny Wilson. For the Pats, you're looking at A.J. Brown, obviously, number 1, Kayshon Boutte as the wide receiver 2, and Romeo Doubs in the slot.
Kayshon Boutte hasn't shown up to camp, so I don't even know if he'll play. He
Yeah,
honestly
I
was
think he's gonna
rumored to
get
be
cut.
traded back to the Eagles, but
Yeah.
he didn't. But he could be on the move too, so this
Yeah.
could change even.
They also have
beyond
Matt
today.
Collins, Kyle Williams, and Demario Douglas.
Kyle Williams, love him.
Matt Collins.
Y'all remember Randy Moss in the down years when he played for the Raiders?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think anybody really remembers him playing for the Raiders because it was like he never got the ball thrown
Yeah,
to him. He
splash in
didn't
the
really
pan.
do anything. Like nothing happened. And everybody kind of forgot about him. And then he got traded to the New England Patriots. And the New England Patriots had this guy named Tom Brady. And they went on to – Randy Moss had 23 touchdowns that year.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Out of Tom Brady's 50 on the year. And they went undefeated up until the Super Bowl, lost to the Giants, one of my favorite Super Bowls. Love that.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
But
who doesn't love that?
A.J.
Well, New
Brown,
England, probably.
A.J. Brown feels like he's declined, but it's all a farce. It's statistically not true because statistically he's still playing at a peak level. It's just the way he was being used in the offense was super just wrong and not to his strengths.
Very
like Caleb was saying,
inefficient.
he's really good at running deep posts, streaks. He's one of the better deep ball receivers in the league. You wouldn't think that about A.J. Brown, but like his first 5 years playing with the Titans and the early Eagles, he was a beast going down the field. The last 2 years, we've seen the Eagles shy away from that. Now you pair him with Drake Maye, who was one of the most accurate deep ball throwers last year. A guy who's not he's very willing to throw over the middle of the field. And now you got A.J. Brown and Drake Maye's strengths both playing together. And I'll go on and say my hot take. I think that A.J. Brown's going to finish as a top 5 wide receiver this year.
No
for
way.
New England. Top 5.
Whoa.
Top 5. And I don't even think that's a
Wow.
stretch. It was only in 2023, A.J. Brown was a top 5 receiver.
Wow.
That was only 2 seasons ago, really.
Yeah.
So,
You said 2023?
2023. So
Yeah.
it'll be 3 seasons by the time this one starts
Yeah.
and finishes. But, I mean, I just think that A.J. Brown is a smash, at least in fantasy football, smash pick, and I love him. So, and I still think the Eagles' offense is going to be good, like Caleb said.
Yeah.
Now they don't have the diva in the room, and they can go about business as they want to, and I think that offense is going to be improved. So I think this is another trade where it works out for everybody. So,
Yeah.
Why do you think it was a 28 first and not a 27?
because I don't think people want to trade the 27 first.
Really?
Yeah. And I think
Interesting.
all this news, because this trade has been agreed upon for at least 2 months. But I think you saw all this news last week coming up, and it was like, now it looks like the deal might not be going through all the way, or
Yeah.
there's there are all these rumors and doubts about the trade actually happening. That's just Howie being Howie Roseman, trying to get more for this player. And I think they knew as soon as they took Mekhi Lemon, they were definitely trading him. I think that's what sealed the fate, but it was all about value. What's the value going to be? So, I'm very big on this trade. Let's talk about some other smaller news items. One thing I wanted to bring up, the Giants just signed 3 wide receivers today. I don't know how old OBJ is, but Odell Beckham Jr. is back with the Giants. They also signed Braxton Berrios and Juju Smith-Schuster. Did y'all see the clip of Malik Neighbors and Cam Scatterbo at this charity softball game?
No,
Or
I didn't-
dodgeball?
I didn't see that.
Dodgeball, yeah.
Okay. If you saw it, you would say, holy crap, Malik Neighbors is not ready.
Really?
You saw it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, they did. It was dodgeball, and he was playing softball.
And softball.
Yeah. Yeah, he was moving, and it was like he had a 2x4 for a leg. It's like he had it's like his pocket was just full of change,
Yeah.
like just hundreds of quarters.
Dude.
He was trying to not let them fall out of his pocket as he ran.
It's not
Preseason
looking
is
good.
in 2 months.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
Yeah.
Like,
That sucks.
hey,
But I
don't-
mean, we've been kind of expecting this too. We knew it probably wasn't going to be week 1. Giants even said we're hopeful for week 1. I think it's the news they put out. They weren't saying for sure week 1.
Yeah, but you see Patrick Mahomes tearing his ACL in like week 12 last year,
Yeah.
week 13, and he's already at camp, moving around, running, doesn't limp like Malik is. Malik is like full on, like you said, he looks like he's got a gait that's really bad. It's just, I saw the clip of him running from home plate after hitting the ball to first base, and like, I was like, stop running. Like, get off the field and stop playing. You don't have to do this, sir. I just think the signings here, the 3 receivers, it's just a bad look for the Giants right now. I think they're panicked.
They signed so many receivers. The 3 guys you talked about on top of Darnell Mooney, Calvin Austin.
They draft Malachi Fields.
They draft Malachi Fields.
Yeah.
Like, they are, wow, they're panicking.
Who's wide receiver 1 if OBJ or if Malik Neighbors doesn't play?
Oh, dude. Braxton Berrios.
No,
Yeah.
Is it Darnell
Dog.
Mooney?
It probably is
It
Darnell
probably
Mooney.
is Darnell Mooney.
Wow.
Man, that would be crazy.
That's
It's Isaiah
terrifying.
Likely, probably.
Yeah.
Poor Jackson Dart.
I mean, that's why you signed 3 wide receivers today.
Yeah.
Could be Juju. I mean, he could be the one.
Could he?
Maybe. He's been the one before, 8 years ago.
It shouldn't make anyone. It shouldn't surprise anyone that OBJ is back in the building because I mean he signed with the Ravens with Harbaugh.
Yeah.
What was it, 2 years ago or whatever it was?
I think that makes sense.
Yeah, and so I'm sure.
But he's just ineffective.
Yeah.
So,
We'll see.
We'll see. Welcome to the Palate Cleanser. It's time to put the football aside and just relax a little bit. So kick back and just close your eyes and maybe listen a little bit to the soothing sounds of Gabe's and Trey.
Yeah.
Speaking of music,
Speaking of music, this week Trey actually had the awesome opportunity to interview one of the greatest drummers of my lifetime, a hero of ours in some ways, and
easily my favorite drummer of all time.
Yeah.
Before talking to him,
absolutely. So we are a football show, right? But like we said in the beginning, we want to do things where we talk about things that are interesting to our lives as well. So predominantly football, Palate Cleanser. We're going to talk a little extra. Trey, tell us a little bit about the interview.
You met Tommy Lee? No way. Oh, man.
I did not. I don't have any intent to nor desire. I got to sit down with Matt Greiner of August Burns Red.
Woo!
If you don't listen to heavy music,
Wait.
you should listen to them.
They're so good.
They are incredible. Matt Greiner, such an incredible person. Yeah. He is a full-time metalcore drummer. He's also a part-time farmer. And so he's like very like high on blue collar, and you can hear that in the interview. But big thing is they've got a new album dropping this Friday. By the time you see this, it will have released yesterday.
Yep.
So go ahead and check it out. It's called Season of Surrender. But my gosh, like what an incredible talent this guy has, and truly God-given. But at the forefront of everything he does is the Lord, and he's very humble about everything. You guys should really go check it out. But check this out. So just a couple more minutes left, but I did want to talk about Season of Surrender. So what can we expect? This is your new album, but for those not listening, or those who aren't watching, and listening, Season of Surrender is the new August Burns Red album. So stoked to hear this. What can fans and newcomers alike expect?
Yes, thank you for asking this question. We're so excited for this album. It's only like 2 more weeks and it's out.
Yeah.
And this is an album that I'm more excited about than any album personally since Leveler, which is 2011.
Wow.
The reason for that is I put more effort into drumming on this one. I didn't procrastinate. I worked ahead. I recorded all the drums into Pro Tools, actually here in my studio, sent them to the guys. So I had all my parts worked out. I was able to play the song start to finish in the session, which made them feel more complete versus like, okay, we're just going to piecemeal this song. Or I don't really know this song. Let's figure it out. Like we didn't actually like tweak a bunch of stuff because I did pre-production on drum, like basically because I recorded drums, but I was able to write parts that I think I recorded better because I knew them better. There was more intentionality. I hit harder. The parts are better. And I think everyone else did that too. I'm really proud of our guys for the amount of time they spent. It's really about time. How much time are you willing to spend combing over these parts over and over again?
Yeah.
And then ultimately, Dustin and JB writing the songs, I think that they pulled from that original strain of like Messengers, Constellations era, especially in terms of the breakdowns. And that's, I'm a huge fan of that stuff. I love breakdowns. I love odd time signatures. It's why I fell in love with metal. There's more of that on this, and it's a straight ahead metalcore album. I really think, based on the 2 songs we've been playing live, people are going to love it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, the 3 singles that I've heard, my gosh, they're incredible. I've already got it pre-saved and everything, man. So I'm excited.
Awesome. That was awesome. I'm so jealous you got to be on that interview, and I wasn't able to because of work stuff. But I'm so jealous.
That's
so
when we
sick,
just
man.
need to stop working.
Huh?
We just need to stop working.
I know. Hey, shout out everybody. Let us know if you can help us out so we don't have to work no more.
Come on, I'm done
let
with
this
work,
be our
dude.
work.
We'll work real
It was
hard.
funny because he actually did say this, and I texted you guys. I don't know if you thought that I was, being sarcastic or whatever, but he was like, let the other guys know that because they couldn't make it, you're the only one that I'll do this interview again with. Like he legitimately said that to me. I laughed so hard, man. It was so good.
That's painful.
But dude.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Dude, just last week, it's so funny because just last week you asked me, like, what's your favorite August Burns Red album? Like, on the show. You asked me on the show. And then he himself was like, oh, these are the 2 that it's most similar to.
Yeah.
And, it was those 2 that, Messengers, Constellations, So cool, man.
Well, and I've already, like you said, listened to the first 3 singles. And
Yeah.
like, man, it just does take me straight back to that era.
Right.
Early August Burns Red era.
Yeah.
And, man, even hearing him talk about, like, just being able to write all his parts, it's kind of a wild thing to hear that maybe he didn't for some of the other records. But like that these ones are like, this one is so special because it has been fully written out.
Yeah.
I'm stoked.
Yeah.
And I will say this too, because I've already seen the rest of the interview.
Yeah.
Because that was a short blip of a much fuller interview. And
it's 30 minutes long.
30
That
minutes
was
long.
like, what, 4 minutes?
Yeah,
Whatever it was?
If that. So, and there's some parts in there that I heavily related to as somewhat of a performer, I guess. Like, I've played music and even doing podcasting. Like, he talks about the anxiety of feeling like everybody in the crowd is just heavily criticizing you during everything. He even said that, like, later on, definitely go and watch this. The full video will be out on our YouTube, so you can make sure you
It's
watch
out now.
Oh, it is out
it's
now?
out now, yeah.
Okay, it is out now, so make sure you go watch the full interview over on YouTube at Sunday Concessions. But he talks about how he, even up till recently, he would look out in the crowd and feel like everybody in the crowd was a master drummer.
Right.
Just like overanalyzing every single move and every single hit and all that stuff. And I don't know. When I heard that, I was like,
Absolutely.
oh, man, dude, I feel that all the time with not just performing, but like stuff with raising my kids or like being a husband to my wife or even just being a friend to people or my work, like all these things. And I don't know. It just gave me a sense of peace because I can feel very alone in that at times. And one of the things he said is he had to make a commitment towards the idea that everything he does is for the glory of God, not for man.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And I think that was like really helpful to hear from me. But I mean, I'm sure you feel that way at times.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You can easily just overanalyze, like, people watching you, like, oh my gosh, he knows that I'm trash. I didn't practice.
We're cut from the same cloth.
Yeah,
so I know you.
exactly.
If I feel it, I know you feel it.
It's just, oh man, it's so cool to see that you got to experience that and meet him and talk to him. I just remember like being a very, very young kid. I can't remember how old I was, but I remember Cameron, as my brother, bought the Messengers album and had the disc CD, and I would sneak into his room and take it and go into my mom's Yukon and would slide it in and listen. And I'm just a kid, so I'm looking at the Messengers album, like, why is he holding a candle like that? That's so weird and eerie. And then just listening to that, I'm like, this is insane. And I remember I played drums at the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, how does one get this good? Like,
Yeah.
how are you able to manipulate an instrument in such a way? Like, no one else can do it like that, you know? And I remember I'd get so frustrated. I'd tell my dad, and he was like, oh, dude, you can do it. Once you grow up, you'll realize, like, that's just very achievable.
Yeah.
Well, I grew up.
Yeah.
And it's still not
Yeah.
anywhere close to being achievable for me.
Oh,
Like,
dude,
the way he plays. And, you know, maybe like non-metal fans will just listen to metal and like think it all sounds the same. But if you really sit down and like watch his mechanics, and just the different ways he does things, it's like it's mind blowing.
Yeah.
Like how his brain can put those things together. And it's just the utmost respect. Like I just don't know anyone who could really play the instrument that way. And that smoothly.
I think I mentioned this to you guys last week too when we were talking about it, but I had a drum lesson with him like 3 years ago. I can't remember if it was on camera or off camera, but the biggest thing I took away from that was, man, this guy is so creative. Everything that he does, like it's all intentional. Everything he's doing is intentional. Right. Whereas like when I get on the drum set, I'm like, all right, what do I feel this very second? But this guy has like a plan like the entire time. And there was just like this massive chasm between my skill level and him as a true professional of the instrument. And my gosh, it's so crazy. And the very first thing that he says, because I'm like gassing him up and he's just sitting there and you can see on his face, he's just kind of like, okay. Like not telling me to like calm down necessarily, but as soon as he starts speaking, you can just see how humble he is, because he's like, his very first words are, thank you. I don't think of myself the way that other people think of me as, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like this guy, he's got fame. Like I looked and they got 1.5 million like followers on Facebook alone, and I'm just like, my gosh, like this massive band, and he's just like, everything that I do is for the glory of God. I don't want my pride to get in the way of all of this, and everything that I do is for him, and you go check out the interview.
Definitely go check it out.
My gosh.
I'll say my last favorite thing about August Burns Red, just as a whole, is that I don't think they really label themselves a Christian band all the way. But the guys in that band love the Lord.
They do.
And, I've heard of a lot of Christian bands that had a trouble touring with other bands. And I think it was mainly because, they just didn't know how to interact with people who didn't, really agree with Christianity. But these guys are the epitome of in the world, not of the world.
Right.
I think they do a really good job of that. And they've been doing this since 2005.
Yeah.
Was that when that first?
2003.
2003 is when that record came out. So yeah, they've been doing this for 23 years now. And they're still writing albums, still cranking out music that is influential in the space.
Right.
And so, yeah. Like I said, everybody, if you haven't already, go over to our YouTube channel, Sunday Concessions. You can do it after this show. Don't leave now.
Yeah.
But go check it out.
No, on your phone while you're watching this on TV.
There you go.
Watch this. Yeah,
multitask.
Grab your iPad.
Prove your worth by multitasking right now. And while you're there, make sure you leave us a comment or something. Like the video, subscribe to the channel.
Tell us you came from Abundant TV.
Yeah, tell us you came from Abundant TV.
Yeah.
Maybe there will be some little kickback for you.
Yeah, we'll send you something. We'll send you something cool.
So
shout out Christian Metal.
Yeah.
Shout out
And
Christian
last
Metal.
thing, go check out Season of Surrender.
Yes.
June 5th.
June
is
5th.
when that album drops. So, if you're watching this on Abundant TV, go check it out now. It's out.
Honestly,
check out every song.
Honestly, I may not even be watching myself on TV Saturday night because I'll be listening to that album.
Oh, man, yeah.
But maybe I can multitask.
Yeah, you can watch and listen with the headphone up to your ear when you're watching. Yeah.
So, all right. Well, let's move on to our main course.
Let's go.
We are going to tier all 32
hungry.
NFL teams. So hungry. We should have a voice. So hungry. So hungry. Like the ESPN. All right. Like I said, we are ranking all 32 NFL teams, but we're going to tier them. We're not going to put them in exact order because that's way too difficult right now. We're not going to agree. It's going to take forever. So we're just going to put them in buckets. If you see on the screen, we have a bunch of different tiers. Trey, why don't you read those tiers off for us?
Yeah, we'll start at the bottom. No, let's start at the top. Obvious Super Bowl favorites. Anybody who can make a push now.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
I think you guys know. The Rams are probably going to be up there if you listen to the first half of this show. We've got the playoff contenders. Basically, our predictions for who's going to be in the playoffs. If you're not in the Super Bowl favorites, obviously. In the hunt. That's kind of that little... Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. They could be pushing
fringe
for
playoff team,
bubble teams.
Teams.
Dark horse.
You've got your purgatory teams who, honestly, purgatory could be some playoff teams.
Right. But they're not good enough to be a playoff team. But somehow they sneak into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Purgatory is a team that has, enough to be somewhat good, but is not helping the team by being victorious.
Right.
They're
Right.
stuck in a bad place. They're not
Yeah.
tanking, so they're not getting a high enough draft pick, and they're not good enough to win any big games.
Right.
So they're stuck in
So they're
purgatory.
stuck, around that 18, 19 draft spot.
Yeah. And this is not a statement on what we believe about the end of things. So.
No. Tanking with upside. You got a few teams that we already know have tanked this season. I mean,
Right.
we talked about Cleveland Browns.
Right.
They're probably one of
Productively
them.
struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, they're building, they've got some solid foundation beneath it.
That's right. That's
know?
right.
You got to build your foundation upon the rock. Am I right,
That's
boys?
right. That's right.
And
wise
then
man
we've got
built
UFL,
this.
which
The
is
UFL.
relegate them.
Relegate them.
Yeah.
These teams are tanking on accident, and they're not good at managing a football team. It's malpractice.
They're not even tanking.
They
They're
should
not-
all be fired.
It's like they're not good enough to tank.
Right.
That's why it's like it's almost like sometimes I think like maybe we should relegate like the worst team
Right.
to the UFL and then take the champion and bring them over.
Yeah.
And just to see like that would be cool.
If you ran a grocery store like these football managers have run these football teams, you would be fired immediately.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing here.
Cool.
So, let's get into it.
We just
Arizona
start
Cardinals.
alphabet- Yeah,
Let's
every
just-
every week Arizona
let's
Cardinals.
start
are
from the
number one.
bottom. Let's
Oh,
go
okay.
for the Commanders.
Okay.
Washington
Reverse.
Commanders. I'm going to put them in the hunt.
Oh.
That's how I feel about them. I think I'm really excited about David Blau, the new OC. Seems like he's going to kind of do a lot of things Cliff Kingsbury did, but also mesh it with a lot of Ben Johnson / Shanahan style play calling. I think they're going to run a lot of play action. So I think the offense is going to be better. I think they've added players on defense to be functional. So, and we just saw them go to the NFC Championship 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then last year, Jaden Daniels was hurt for over half the year. So I'm going to put them in the hunt.
Caleb.
I agree.
Wow.
I think this is a better team. After maybe making some questionable moves in the offseason last year, it kind of hurt them, but I think they bounced back pretty well. I've already seen Antonio Williams, the receiver they drafted, looking pretty good in camp. You get Sonny Styles, who could be the best defensive player in this draft.
To be.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Jaden's healthier. David Blau, the new coach, was saying how he wants to just make this a very more traditional NFL team and a traditional offense.
Interesting.
I'm glad they got rid of Mr. Cliff. Was it
Yeah,
Cliff?
it was time to go.
It was time for Cliff to go, Mr. KK. So, yeah, I'm excited for the Commanders.
I think that's the right spot. I was actually going to put them in playoff contenders.
Okay.
I was going to put them up there because I think you're further removed from the injury that plagued Jaden Daniels all year last year, basically.
Right.
And I mean, we saw what he could do in his rookie season,
Yeah.
which is drive a team to the NFC Championship when they should not have been there.
Sure.
And I mean, they should have been there because obviously they got there. But you know what I'm saying is like nobody expected them to be there, and so I think like that's where they belong. Obviously, we'll put them in the hunt right now.
Yeah.
Because it's 2 versus 1. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see a healthy Jaden.
Come on, give me healthy Jaden.
Let's go.
All
All
right,
right. Tennessee Titans. Trey.
Tennessee Titans. I'm gonna say in the hunt. You guys know where I'm at with them already. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna put them because, and I will stick to this.
We're gonna be
I
here
think
a while,
that,
fellas.
I think that Tennessee. I think that maybe this is part of the hot takes.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, I can save it, but I do think that Tennessee is gonna surprise a lot of people. I've said this 2 weeks in a row. I said it on the show this morning with Rob.
Okay.
I said that, so I'm sticking to it. You
All
know,
right,
I'm,
all right.
I've seen enough from Cam Ward, and I think he's going to take a good step forward this year. Wow. And I think that Robert Saleh is going to do some really nice things on that defense.
Okay. All right. Caleb, how are you feeling about Tennessee?
I was going to go UFL.
Wow.
Dang.
Maybe I'm being a little too down,
Critical?
and generous of just handing out the UFL one.
A little dumb with football
but I
knowledge.
think watch it, dude.
Okay.
I think you guys know I was very down on the Carnell Tate pick, only because you get the 4th overall pick and you're looking at a guy who just wasn't even the best on his team. Just like how Arizona, I think, screwed up their pick as well. We're looking at a guy, Carnell Tate, who didn't have a 1,000-yard season with his team, with a high-passing, high-powered offense. So I just don't get what management is doing. I don't think they really did anything in the offseason. None of their moves are really making sense right now. I hope Cam Ward is good. Everyone's kind of hopeful, but he literally just had one of the worst rookie seasons we've ever seen in our life. And yes, the team around him was just horrendous. Like it was hard to watch. But I don't know. I I hope Cam Ward is good, but I mean, I feel like if he was pretty good, he could have boosted the guys around him a little better than he did. And I like Robert Saleh, but it's hard for these defensive-minded coaches to also kind of really do something with the offense, as we kind of seen like D'Amico Ryans with Houston Texans.
What do you mean? You saw Robert Saleh in New York? You saw that offense? What was it, like 32?
Which one?
30?
30 seconds.
30?
Yeah, it was
like 30. Top three. Bottom three.
Bottom free, bro.
But that defense was nasty.
Yeah. It was
Defense
so
was
good.
gross.
So
Yeah.
good.
And as soon as Salah left, it just crumbled.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, whoa, this guy's a wizard.
Yeah.
I was going to put Tennessee in purgatory.
Okay.
I think that I think they're going to be like a 6 to 7 win team, realistically. Let's say 5 to 7 in bigger range. I do think they're a little better than they were last year. I even if I don't like the Carnell Tate selection that much, I like them getting a receiver to help their quarterback. They desperately needed it because they were throwing a Kamir DK and Alec Ayamanor last year. Not good receivers.
Calvin Ridley.
What's that other guy? Hammer? Something?
Hammer.
Yeah, wasn't there?
Gunnar
like
Helm?
Gunnar Helm.
Gunnar Helm.
Gunnar Helm, tight end.
Army
He could
Hammer.
Take a nice Arm and Hammer. But I still think that, if Cam Ward's a tough evaluation because he's kind of Mahomes-like in the sense that he makes these very
Chris
big
Collinsworth.
highlight-style throws. Well, I'm just saying. He makes these crazy highlight-style throws, like that one where he kept the play alive for like 25 seconds and scrambled out to his right and then threw over his body to the left side of the end zone for a touchdown. And it's like, oh, my gosh. Like, not everybody's making that play.
Yeah.
But then you look at his just straight raw numbers statistically, and it really was a bad rookie season. But there is a lot to blame on other than Cam. So I'm still holding out on Cam. I don't know really how to feel about him right now. And that's why I feel like purgatory is the best place to put him. Purgatory with upside would be my sense, but with also extreme downside. So
just looking at this, like,
we should probably put him in
purgatory.
purgatory.
We have
Yeah,
to put him in
purg.
purgatory based on the voting. Yeah.
The purge.
I wish they made more moves to show that they were trying to gain value, whether it's just getting later round picks. It doesn't have to be the splash trades.
Y'all
Just
going to see.
something,
We're going to see.
Tampa
Tampa Bay.
Buccaneers. I'll go first. I'll put them in the hunt.
That's
Yeah.
where I
I
was
think
going.
their defense is good. Decent. They added
RBJ?
Reuben Bain. So that's a big deal. And then Baker Mayfield, you just can't ever count out Baker Mayfield. They added a bunch of receivers. They still got question marks all over the place. Like, is Bucky Irving really going to play this year? But I just think they're a pretty good team. And you look at that division, it's a really soft division. So going to put them in the hunt.
I'm cool with in the hunt.
Yeah. I almost downgraded to purgatory, actually. I feel like they're getting dangerously close to that.
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
That was my initial thought, but Baker's better than a purgatory quarterback in my mind.
Yeah.
Like, he'd have to be really bad for them to be in the purgatory tier, to me.
Yeah. And he could be.
He could be. We've seen worse happen to, worse players. So.
Yeah. We'll see. But in the hunt for now.
All right. We all agree on that one?
Yeah.
I like it.
All right. Let's go with the Seahawks.
right.
Caleb,
Ron, close
Super
your
Bowl
eyes.
champions.
Caleb, let's talk about the Seahawks. How do you feel about them? And be careful because Rob is watching.
Oh, boy.
We see you, Rob. And so is JSN over here.
Oh, Lord.
Dang. You're JSN?
I am.
You're JSN, dude?
Yeah, dude. I just
Run
took
around right now.
Took off some time for the offseason.
Just run around. Let us see.
He's going to go shed it right after this.
I like Seattle. I'm going to have them in playoff contender still. It is kind of scary losing Mr. Gary Kubiak, who really was the bread and Clint. Sorry. Man, I always do that.
Come on.
He really was the bread and butter of putting this offense together and making Sam Darnold look way better than he really was. But I still believe in the coach, and I still believe in the defense as well, even though they kind of got picked over. It's still a super solid team. And I just don't see them dropping off majorly, especially when you could put them up against like the other teams around them.
Yeah. I have pretty much the exact same thoughts on that. It's like they took a few steps back, but they're going to be in the playoffs. Like, I think like that defense is good enough to carry them. As long as Sam Darnold isn't out here throwing 4 picks a game, like they're probably going to win like 10, 11 games, which would put them in the playoff hunt.
Yeah, and they got Jeremiah Loves Towel Boy, Jadarian Price, the newest addition.
Newest edition. Maybe I'm just really low on the Seahawks, but I would put them almost in purgatory.
No way.
Yeah, I think
What the heck?
we see teams do this all the time where they make the Super Bowl and they have the Super Bowl hangover the following year. I think they had a miracle run, and defenses are the hardest thing to predict year over year because a lot of times defenses can be really good and then the following year, same players, and they're like a middle-of-the-road defense.
Yeah.
And so they lost a lot of guys in free agency. They lost Kenneth Walker. Zach Charbonnet probably won't play until like week 10. And so they've got Jadarian Price, obviously, but I don't think Jadarian Price is very good. I thought that was a terrible pick in the back end of the first round. I think you're being very hopeful to think that a new OC can come in and just replicate what this offense did last year under Clint Kubiak. And so to me, I would put them in purgatory. I know I'm outvoted, so
Yeah.
obviously.
Actually, I think I do switch to in the hunt now. I think
Dang.
you swayed me a little bit.
I swayed. Let's go. That hardly ever
I
happens.
forgot about all the guys they lost in free agency.
right,
I thought they were
dropping
gonna. I knew they were gonna take a step back, but
Man, you capitulated live on TV.
I forgot how
It's
much
crazy.
I can't stand Sam Darnold too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, what a pushover this guy.
Pushover. This guy. No conviction, bro.
You guys do it every week, okay?
All right,
The one
San
time
Francisco
I-
49ers.
I'm always firm.
All right.
Trey, you
yeah.
got some strong thoughts on
Oh,
the 49ers.
yeah. 49ers. I love the 49ers, by the way. I love Brock Purdy. I love Christian McCaffrey. I love Kyle Shanahan. I love everything they do. They are firmly in purgatory for me. Firmly. And I know you guys might not think this, but I think that they are now stuck. Like, they are the exact definition of now they're good enough to maybe make the dance, the playoffs, but they're not good enough to beat the juggernauts in the playoffs, and they're not bad enough to have a top 5, top 10 pick.
Yeah.
I'm worried for the 49ers, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah.
And so I know we talked about this a few weeks ago, but yeah, I still, there we go.
You want to go?
Yeah, San Fran. They are a scary team. They're so fragile, just like Christian McCaffrey's hamstrings. I'm still going to put them in the hunt just because Kyle Shanahan is just one of the most genius men ever in the game of football, and he's going to find a way. As long as Brock Purdy is healthy, well, Mac Jones is good too. I still think there's a little juice left to keep him in the hunt.
All right. I'll put them. Here's the thing. If they all stay healthy, playoff contender, right? I mean, but betting on everyone on this team being healthy, especially with the substation
Next to
being
that
right next door.
substation.
Yeah. So I'm going to put them in the hunt, but I'm with Trey. Like, I don't disagree fully. It's hard for me to see a Kyle Shanahan-led team drop out of the playoffs and become stuck in a purgatory spot.
Well, I don't think you have to be out of the playoffs to be in purgatory. That's the thing.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
We'll get there.
Okay.
There's another,
All right.
Well, we're actually there right now. We're talking to Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, yeah.
I think the
Steelers are in
Pittsburgh
purgatory.
Steelers are in purgatory.
Yeah, we're
even
stuck.
though they're in the playoffs.
We're doomed.
Right.
Let's just go into it.
Let's just do it. Yeah.
Pittsburgh Steelers,
That's-
42-year-old quarterback.
Yep.
They go and hire his old head coach as the new head coach, 62-year-old Mike McCarthy. While there is some hope for the offense to be more exciting than it has been, and ever since Big Ben came or retired from the league, they're in a really weird place where they have a really good football team, but like it could go bad so fast. And if Rodgers just isn't good, I mean, they go and get Michael Pittman, but Michael Pittman's, DK Metcalf is our number one. I would take George Pickens over him in a heartbeat. I said that back when that trade happened. So the defense is very old defense. Like 39, 40-year-old Cam Hayward is still holding it down on the D-line. So they're a team, like you said, Trey, that they could be very good. They could be in the playoffs. They could win the division potentially.
They just did.
They just did.
But that
last
doesn't
year.
move my needle. Like, you making the playoffs does not mean you're out of purgatory.
Sure.
Like, that's just how I view it.
So I'll put them in purgatory with you because I think that this is a bad place to be in for Pittsburgh.
Purgatory.
Easy.
Easy.
Threefer.
I like it. All right.
right, here we
Philly
go.
Eagles. This is going to be an interesting
Yeah,
one.
it is.
We'll save Trey. Caleb, how do you feel about Philly this year?
Philly is. Ooh, I don't even know if I've made my mind up yet. I think they are a lot better than last year. And the defense, if you remember last year, was coming on as one of the best defenses in the league.
They were good.
They
were
kind of started
sticky.
off a little rough, but the defense got a lot better. And I think they know where they were having problems. and I think they fixed those problems, and I'm going to put them at playoff contender.
Okay.
Yep. I'm going to put them a playoff contender as
Okay.
well. I think that last year was going to be their major low. They lose A.J. Brown, which obviously hurts, but they draft obviously hurts, right?
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
But I think that the OC was so bad last year. I think it goes understated how bad this guy was. He had no experience calling plays. The offense was so bad. They ran on like 4th and 10 from the 20 or the 15-yard line within the 20, the red zone. They
4 verts.
ran 4 verts at the end of the playoff game. I think it was. Was it playoffs or end of regular season?
Yeah,
I
it was
can't
playoff.
remember.
It was playoff. Yep.
But they ran 4 verts. It's like unimaginable. And then the OC blamed Jalen Hurts for it, and I just don't understand it. So
crazy.
I think it's a very different year. They get Tariq Woolen at corner from Seattle,
Good
and
pickup.
I think that's a great pickup.
Yeah.
Adding to that secondary, they already had Cooper DeJean and my favorite guy, Quinyon Mitchell. I love Quinyon
He's so
Mitchell.
good.
He's so good. The Steelers should have taken him. But anyway, I'm putting him firmly in playoff contender.
Okay. I mean, you guys both put him there, so obviously we'll put him there. I was going to put him in the hunt.
Okay.
Um,
I knew you were low on him. But
yeah, I'm lower on him than
I was
you
kind
guys
of
are.
expecting purgatory.
Yeah, I just don't. I mean, I just don't trust the offense. Like that was.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally know a couple, Eagles fans, and they're all frustrated with the offense the entire season. And it's going to take some time to really mesh into a solid footing with the new offensive scheme. So, I don't know. I think that by the time I don't know.
It's kind of like stocks to me. You ever see a stock rise rapidly high really fast, and then it regresses back to the mean or rapidly low.
That's a good
I think they
example.
went rapidly low last year, and I think they are going to regress back to the mean. I don't, for no means do I think that they're going to have the best offense in the NFL, but I think Saquon Barkley having a bounce back year is very much in the cards. I think Jalen Hurts just being a little bit better than he was last year is in the cards.
Yeah.
And so I just think it's going to be better. But let's move to the Jets. The Jets, New York Jets.
NYJ,
I'll put them in taking with upside.
taking with upside.
Yep, same here.
This
I
team's
like
going to be very exciting to watch this year.
Yeah.
A lot more exciting.
Yeah, they got my guy Gino.
yeah,
Who, if you've been rocking with us since last year,
Gene.
I love Gino.
he loved Gino
Loved Gino.
with the ED at the end.
ED.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Now, I do think that this team is better suited for Gino. Way better offensive line than what he had in Las Vegas. And they just added weapons. Kenyon Sneak, Omar Cooper Jr. They got Garrett Wilson back and healthy.
Yeah.
It's a way better offense. They're still got a lot of pieces to add, but they have 3 firsts next year in 2027. So they have enough firepower to move up to get the number 1 overall pick or a top 5 pick to get a quarterback. Rumored to have lots of quarterbacks in this next draft class, but we all know that can change. So hopefully they get their quarterback of the future, and hopefully it's not Zach Wilson again. So,
Yeah. Their management decisions have just been beyond impressive for how down the team is. It's just really impressive to see what management is doing. The front office has been working. So yeah, I love the Jets. Taking with the upside is good. Yeah, they're gonna do big things.
Yeah, I agree. Darren Moogie, he was with the Broncos. He's the GM over there. Yeah, comes in. What do you know? A Broncos, Broncos alum.
Yep.
Coming in and just fixing things that were broken. I love to see it, but yeah, same. I think they're tanking, but the future is looking bright. Yeah, give them 2 to 3 years. They could be a powerhouse, legitimately, 2 or 3 years.
Well, looking at history, probably not. But
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of powerhouses,
New York Giants.
go,
I'll let you
baby.
2 guys talk about your Giants because you love them.
yeah,
but-
sure do.
Go ahead.
I'm just going to start. I think the realist part of me is going to say in the hunt. I think they're going to be right up there with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Washington Commanders and San Francisco 49ers. I think they're going to be much improved this year, and I wanted to put them in playoff contenders, but I need to, cool it a little bit. But
Sure.
Jackson Dart, I think he's going to be really good, and they give him some help. And when I say that some help, I mean John Harbaugh. That's going to be a major help to him and to that team, and I am excited to see the New York Giants in 2026.
I'll go. No, I'm just kidding. You go, Caves. Because I know you're going to be similar.
Well, actually, I'm kind of right in the middle line of purgatory and taking with upside. And now, when I say taking with upside, that's not a bad place to be in. as a team. Obviously, it's not ideal as a fan, but as a team, it's not horrible. You know, the Giants made some great moves in the draft. They get their O-lineman. They get Arvell Reese, who fell to them. I don't think it's just time yet, though, to unleash the dogs. Obviously, we're still waiting for Malik Neighbors to see what happens with him. If Malik Neighbors was 100% ready to go week 1, I'd be leaning towards in the hunt, honestly. But I think just the passing game is just, it's going to be a little scary. Jackson Dart can do it, but he was still kind of just hurt a little bit in the passing game last year, and I don't think it's completely his fault. He's throwing to Wandale, Darius Slayton, and Theo Johnson.
Arguably a better receiving core than what he has this year without Malik
Yeah, a
Neighbors.
little bit.
True.
A little bit.
True.
Yeah, at least he had Wandale,
Yeah.
who's actually the shortest receiver to have a 1,000-yard season. Did you know that?
Wow.
It's pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
Goat.
Goat. Shout
So, yeah,
out Goat.
Shout out Goat.
Shout out Short
Shout out
guys.
Goat.
Yeah. Short Kings.
Short Kings.
I'm super excited for New York. I really am. Like, this ranking does not reflect like what's really going on with, John Harbaugh, all the moves they're making. I just think it's still a couple more pieces. I think the defense is going to develop a little bit more. I think Arvell Reese might take a little bit of time before he becomes the star that I think he will be. And yeah, I just don't think it's going to be this year, but I think we're still going to see some really good things, and it's going to get better for him.
Yeah. It's still early, but with the Malik Neighbors sighting at the game and Cam Scatterbo coming off this ankle, I think a lot of people are operating as if Cam Scatterbo is coming back fully healthy at the beginning of the year, and I don't think that's very true. I mean, his leg was literally backwards when we last saw him. And so, I want to put them in purgatory for this year, right,
Yeah.
for 2026. This doesn't mean they're stuck in purgatory forever. I like Jackson Dart a lot, but like we said, if Malik Neighbors doesn't play or is, 70% of what he really is, then this receiver core is really, really weak. Darnell Mooney, Malachi Fields, all the scrubs they just signed. Like, I don't really care about this offense. I think they're going to try to run the ball a lot. And if Scadabo's not healthy, or just the fact that he plays the way he plays, he's going to get hurt more often. And so we're looking at a Tyrone Tracy-led backfield, which I love Tyrone Tracy, but not love enough to lead them to the playoffs. So, let's talk about my favorite team. I'll start New Orleans Saints. Caleb asked me the other day if I wasn't a Steelers fan for this year, who would my team be? I said New Orleans.
He's with the black and gold.
I'm black and gold, baby.
Yeah.
Black and gold.
Black and gold. Hey, I bleed it, man.
There
I
you
bleed
go.
it. I call me crazy. Saints are a lock to make the playoffs. I'm going to put them at playoff contenders.
No way.
Yep.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep. I think this team played extremely well down the stretch last year. I think they added some pieces on the defense. I love the Jordan Tyson addition, opposite of Chris Olave. Now you got Tyler Shuck in his second year. Kellen Moore has, instituted his system, and it's only going to get stronger year 2. I think the offense is going to be lights out. They're going to be like a mini Bengals version, like where the offense is just disgusting. The defense is going to be a little bit of Swiss cheese, and in that division, like I think they're very live to win this division. So I'm putting them at playoff contender.
Now some common
personally.
sense. What
But
about
y'all
you,
go
Caleb?
ahead.
They ain't going to playoff contenders, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Heck no, dude.
I'm also excited for the New Orleans Saints. I love what they're doing. They're doing great things. I don't think they did much to help the defense this offseason, though, unless you have something to change anything dramatic. And we knew that the offense was getting better. We knew that they could put up points. But, I just think they haven't done a whole lot to really put them in this place to lock them in playoffs. They are going to be exciting, though. I think I can give them in the hunt. I don't know if I'm super confident about it, but I do like giving them a little bit more of an edge over the guys we have in purgatory. So, I'll probably keep them in the hunt right now.
I would. I also like what they're doing. I mean, I do. I think they're a really fun team, but I would probably put them in purgatory next to all those teams. I think that they stack up well. Like you pit any of those 4 teams against each other, the Titans, the Steelers, the Giants, and the Saints, you don't know who's going to win.
Yeah.
And I would say probably the Giants of all those teams.
I know the Titans are losing.
Anyways, that's where I would put them. But, splitting the difference, they're going to be in the hunt. Yep.
In the hunt, baby. That's what I wanted. Not to mention they got Travis Etienne, who many might think is cooked, but in this offense,
He's got some juice.
Kellen Moore
But
was
they
there.
had Kamara.
Yeah, but he's old and he's kind of washed.
He's
Yeah,
dusty.
I mean,
he's dusty.
Last year or 2 years ago, Kellen Moore was the OC for the Eagles. helped lead them to the Super Bowl, and Saquon Barkley had his greatest season as a pro. So I'm just saying, Travis Etienne could be disgusting this year. But let's talk about the Patriots.
Let's
Patriots just got A.J. Brown, and I can't even put them as a lock for playoff contender, to be honest.
Dude, I was going to say
I'll
the same.
put them in the hunt.
That's
I think
what I was
they
gonna say.
way overperformed last year. They
Yep.
had the easiest schedule in the NFL. This year they have a very much tougher schedule.
You talk about stocks and like the spikes.
Yes.
They were at the spike.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. And so I think it's a fool's errand to follow that spike up and think that they're locked in as a playoff contender. I
Yeah.
think they belong in the hunt tier.
I agree.
Yeah, and the hunt sounds about right. Yeah.
Yep.
Easy.
Easy.
Yep.
Man, that was
Minnesota
a lot faster
Vikings.
than I
Let's
thought it would
roll.
be.
Minnesota Vikings, Kyler Murray,
My
new addition.
gosh.
Kevin O'Connell finally got his guy handpicked.
UFL, baby.
UFL.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay, Trey, explain yourself.
All right. I don't think that Kyler Murray is the answer. I think that they are. If I'm being realistic, it's probably closer to purgatory. Like, that's where I would put them. Like, this is exactly what I would imagine. Like, going out and getting a quarterback that's a free agent that you would hope is going to come in and save your franchise. It rarely ever happens. I mean, Peyton Manning going to the Broncos in 2012. Yeah, but that's a completely different story.
Right.
This doesn't usually work out well for teams that are chasing free agent quarterbacks. Yeah. And so I said UFL because I think that the front office doesn't even know what it's doing right now. Yeah. I think that they're just like throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Right.
And I think you're wasting Justin Jefferson. I think you're wasting what was a really good defense a couple years ago has seemingly dropped off a little bit. And so I don't know. I don't see them trying to tank with that upside. I see them. I don't know. I think they're going to be bad. I think that the J.J. McCarthy pick, I think that screwed them up.
Yeah. I totally agree with that. What do you think, Gabes?
I disagree. I think Vikings are going to be sick this year.
Wow.
I think Kyler, this is exactly what he needed. He was with a poverty franchise with Arizona.
Can we just really quick, can we just go ahead and put Arizona in UFL? Can we all agree on that?
Yeah, we can all agree on that, please.
Oh, my gosh.
This is the franchise who just took a running back at pick 103.
Yeah.
A running back.
Yeah.
But if they didn't, here's the opposite
They already had
side.
James Conner. Why do you need another running back?
If they did that, if
the
they
guy beat
skipped over
cancer.
him,
You don't think he could come back from a little injury?
Yeah. What was the name of that guy on? Was it James Conner? It was James Conner. With the
And
guys.
they already
Yeah,
signed Tyler Algier.
Yeah.
Like, this man was making Bijan
Stud.
look insignificant.
Yeah.
What are we talking?
All right, Vikings. Back to the Vikings.
Vikings, we're talking about they kept Brian Flores on the defense, and this was a defense that was locking some of the best offenses in the league last year. Like, we're locking them, and it was insane. And now we're looking at 9.
Yeah.
Nine.
J.J. McCarthy, I think, was the worst QB in the league last year. I think he was so atrocious. And they're
Geno
already
Smith was the
saying,
worst quarterback in the league last year.
I'd rather have Geno on
No
my team
way.
than 9.
Oh,
Yeah,
my gosh.
Absolutely. Yeah, J.J. McCarthy, he never even threw that much at Michigan, The team was so run-heavy and, defense influenced. But anyways, they're already seeing in camp right now, the gap between Kyler Murray and, J.J. McCarthy is, just taking away and rapidly growing. It's huge.
That's 5 inches. I guess.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think Vikings are going to be sick this year. I think Kyler is going to just revive his career. I think he's going to have so much fun in this offense with Jay Jettas and Jordan Addison, T.J. Hawkinson.
You said playoff contenders? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy
One playoff
That
contender.
is crazy. We are on very
That's okay.
different sides of the world
That's okay.
right
Yeah.
And maybe that's
This
my
is
hot
coming
take.
from the guy who hates Kyler Murray.
now. Yeah.
I love Kyler Murray.
He does
I
now.
always love Kyler Murray.
All right, Cam. Where are we at?
All right, let me hit this.
It's obviously going to be in the middle somewhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them. They're right on the line of in the hunt and purgatory for me.
You got to pick.
I'm gonna
one.
put
you gotta
them.
pick
I'm
one.
gonna put them in purgatory.
Yeah.
We're banking on Kyler Murray being outstanding for this team to be, back in the hunt. They did win a lot of games last year, even with JJ, despite JJ.
That's what
So
I'm
I still
saying.
think they're probably a pretty good team. But if the Kyler Murray experiment goes bad, purgatory is where they belong. But
Yeah.
honestly, just the malpractice of what they've done earns them a spot here in purgatory. They've had 3 picks in the last 2 drafts each, and they fired their GM, Quessy. As far as I know, I don't think they've hired a new GM. I think they're GMing as a collective.
UFL.
So, yeah, I think I can see where it's coming from, but I do think Kyler Murray has to inspire some hope when you've had J.J. McCarthy. That was an all-time bad pick, and that pick earns them a spot here in purgatory. Let's talk about Miami.
Yep.
Tanking with upside.
Yep.
Tanking with
100%.
upside.
Yeah, I think
Stockpiling picks.
they're purposely tanking. They're going to
Yep.
be a terrible team this year.
Yeah.
But
And they're not
they've got
afraid to trade their guys for picks,
That's
which I
right.
love.
And they've got a
beautiful.
ton of picks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ton of
Easy.
picks.
Love it.
Easy.
Love it.
LA Rams.
Super Bowl
Super
contender.
Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm like almost willing to bet money right now that they win it this year.
I know, but the odds are probably terrible after the trade today.
Yeah.
You know,
True.
you're not going to win nothing. But I love them. I think they're great.
Yeah.
Chargers,
Playoff contenders.
playoff contenders.
In the hunt.
He just hates the Chargers. This guy,
He hates the
Dude.
Chargers, bro.
he's a
You hate the
Broncos
Chargers.
fan. He hates the
You hate the Chargers.
I think that any of these teams in the hunt, I think would beat the Chargers. Any of them.
Even the Saints, who you disagreed with.
Well, no, I put Saints in purgatory. That was my vote. So,
The Commanders.
yeah, I think the Commanders would beat the Chargers.
Yeah, I think you add Mike McDaniel to the offense.
Yeah.
They have so many weapons.
They get their O line back.
I think they
mean,
finally
brother.
get to figure it out on offense. The defense, is pretty solid. I won't say
They're pretty good.
outstanding. They're solid.
Yeah.
Who's
so,
the Miami guy
Oh.
they drafted?
Yeah, but they lost Jesse Minter.
right.
That was
right.
the DC.
Jesse Minter's gone. But you have Harbaugh, who's like a defensive-minded head coach.
Sure.
So I don't expect there to be a huge drop-off defensively. What were you saying?
The defensive end they got from Miami, from the other side of Reuben. They drafted him this year. I think it was a super solid add to the defense.
Oh, the old guy.
Yeah, the old
I forget
guy.
his name. Akeem Mesidor.
Akeem Mesidor.
Yeah,
That's
that
the
was
one.
a pretty
I
good
thought that
pick.
was a
He's
great
a
pick
sick.
for them.
He's a dog, but he's
yeah,
like 26
he's older.
already.
Well, that's what this team needs, I think.
So you guys are both saying playoff contenders?
Yes.
I'll put him playoff contender. Yeah,
I
See,
don't.
baby.
Just so you guys know. I
Trey,
don't.
where would you put him, Trey?
In the hunt.
In the hunt?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So just a tier down.
Yeah.
We're not too far off.
Yeah.
Las Vegas Raiders. I still put them tanking with upside.
Take it with
Yep.
upside.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can run
Yeah.
from there.
Yeah, I think they're still building.
That's
I think
gonna
it's
be a
pretty
fun
simple.
one.
Kansas City.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
Trey?
KC. In the hunt.
Yeah.
That's where I'd put that.
I put them in the hunt. I
I'll
don't
go in
think
the hunt as well.
Wow.
I don't think
I
they're good enough
expected
right
a
now.
lot of pushback from you guys.
I have some high hopes, but I'm not going to confirm anything just yet.
They could be really good. The problem is we just saw Rashee Rice almost, get another suspension, and he
Yep.
still might. And I think the thought probably crept into all of our minds of, can we imagine another year of Patrick Mahomes leading an offense without Rashee Rice
coming off a crazy injury.
coming off of that bad injury?
And
yeah.
that injury usually takes like 2 years to be fully back.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
but he's Mahomes. He's the GOAT, so.
Yeah.
He's no Bo Nix that needs a second
Jacksonville
surgery.
Jaguars.
Jags, I'll put him in playoff contender.
Yeah, same.
I don't see much of a drop-off.
Yeah.
I love Liam Cohen. I will say I think Travis Hunter is going to play a lot more receiver than people think, and that's going to be a lot of fun.
I hope so. Remember last year I picked him to win Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Well, rookie.
Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Offensive
yeah.
Rookie of the Year, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, I wish he did, but
We're big Travis Hunter
yeah,
guys here.
big Travis Hunter guys.
Indianapolis Colts. I think
I'd lean towards
purgatory.
Wow.
I'm very down at Indianapolis. I don't really understand what any of the hype is. They lose Michael Pittman. Daniel Jones has a horrible freak accident. Also, when has Daniel Jones ever been good? He went on the run last year. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. His 1 year being
Stock
good.
spike.
His 1 year being good. Yeah, he spiked. And now all of a sudden we're looking at Colts completely different. I think the Colts were very one-dimensional. And I think it was very easy to figure out. They didn't have a whole lot of tricks up their sleeve. So, yeah, I can see the Colts being one of the worst teams in the league.
Holy cow.
Wow.
So what are you saying?
He said UFL.
I can't even say taking with upside because they don't have any picks.
Are you serious? You said UFL? Holy crap.
Yeah,
I'd
they don't
like-
have any firsts
Yeah,
for
they
the
don't have
next
any
2
first.
years.
So you can't even put tanking with upside.
Well, at least this past year and next year.
But I'd be okay if you guys want to go purgatory.
I was going to go
understand.
in the hunt, but I mean,
I'm going to put him in
votes-
purgatory.
Yeah, votes are purgatory.
Yeah, I think it's a fool's errand to bet on Daniel Jones to come back from this injury and be as good as he was last year.
Yeah, I just wasn't banking on that. I mean, their defense was kind of nice at times,
Yeah.
and then they got Jonathan Taylor, and so that's a big part of it. And
Sure.
I mean, you added Sauce Gardner to that. You hope that he's back and healthy, but
Right, he's got to come back healthy. That
That's
was a
the
middle
thing.
of the year trade last year.
Yep.
So, and that was Achilles.
yeah,
So, like,
that's
you know,
also like a 2-year return,
Right.
Like just like
Right.
Mahomes.
So-
but yeah, I mean, purgatory is
If
also
you had to
fun.
take half the money in my bank account right now and tell me either make a bet on Daniel Jones or Kyler Murray, I wouldn't bat an eye. It'd be Kyler Murray.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. But that's because he's not coming off an injury, and he's got a way better
True.
offensive-minded
Exactly.
head coach.
Houston.
So, Houston,
This is gonna be
playoff
fun.
contender.
No way. What?
Huh.
Dude,
I mean,
they're a bubble team for me. In the hunt. Easy in the hunt.
that's so tough. I'm gonna go in the hunt as well.
Yeah.
Only because
man's smart
I
sometimes.
want the offense to do something, but I don't know if they will. I really don't. But the defense is probably gonna get them in the playoffs for a long time.
Yeah, I
could
mean,
be.
maybe I'm going back on my quarterback ranking of C.J. Stroud because I was pretty hard on C.J.
I mean, he
you
was
were high
bad.
on CJ.
He was really bad.
Huh?
You were pretty bad on CJ, weren't you?
Yeah, I was.
I think I was the only one who was high on him.
And maybe I'm just hedging my bets,
Yeah, yeah.
But I just think that they did help the offensive line some. I like the addition of David Montgomery. So I think that's going to take a lot of pressure off of Stroud. And now he doesn't have to do a whole lot to be decent. He's just got to be decent because the rest of the team around him is very good, I would say.
It's
so,
just, I mean, I don't know. Like, you see Davis Mills comes in for him last year when he gets
He was
injured.
really good.
And he was better.
Yeah.
Like, he was low-key better than C.J. Stroud was.
because his
I-
neck is so long, you
Yeah,
can just see
sure.
over
Yeah.
everybody. dude.
Yeah.
Green Bay Packers
Ugh.
in the hunt.
Purgatory.
I'm going to say purgatory, too.
Whoa.
Yeah. I don't
hate
think
the
Jordan Love
Packers.
is the I don't think he's the guy.
Wow.
I mean, I think he is their guy, but I don't think he's the guy that can get them over that hump.
Wow.
Yeah, I agree.
Wow. Yeah, I mean,
I won't
maybe
go into it, but I'm waiting for the fall of Green Bay.
Yeah.
For
Could
the
be
past
this year.
couple years.
it could be
and
this year.
I think it could be this year.
Detroit Lions, I'd put them in the hunt.
In the hunt.
I think so, too. I wanted to say playoff contenders, but what we saw last year, I mean,
Yeah, they didn't really do a whole lot to inspire my confidence either in the offseason. They lose David Montgomery and substitute him for Isaiah Pacheco, which Trey loves Isaiah Pacheco.
oh, yeah. I love that he is. I mean, I loved him when he was with with his Chiefs. He was not good.
Yeah, he was not.
Here we
good.
go.
Denver Broncos.
Let's go, baby.
I mean,
Purgatory. No, I'm playing.
Yeah, UFL.
I'm going to put them at playoff contender.
I'm gonna say playoff contender as well.
Yeah.
Bordering Super Bowl favorite. Because we can only have one from each side. I think they're. I'm going to put them at
is
playoff
that what you're?
contender.
Is that how you're doing that? Super Bowl favorites?
Maybe. I don't know.
I
It
was
kind of
thinking-
makes sense.
I was trying to think of at least one AFC team.
You can't think. four
It's
people
hard for
going
me
the
to
Super
pick an
Bowl.
AFC team that I'm like fully confident in to make the Super Bowl.
It's
I
not.
have my pick.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I said this earlier, but to me, I think they're the most complete team in the AFC.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's it. Like that's all you need to know is
Sure.
like, from top to bottom, they're the best in, when it comes to having an offense, having a defense, having special teams. That's why I would put them there. But I'm also not limiting it to two. Like this
Sure,
is more of like
sure.
who I could see meeting up in the championship games to get to the Super Bowl.
All right.
Like
in that
those are all
case, I'll put them in
favorites.
Super Bowl favorite. I'll put them in Super Bowl favorite.
No, still no. It's
Not going
fine.
to capitulate.
We outvote you.
All right.
What?
Super Bowl favorite Broncos.
Let's go, baby.
All right. Dallas Cowboys.
Boring.
Super Bowl favorite. No, I'm just kidding.
I am going to say playoff contenders.
I'm gonna go in the hunt.
Okay.
I'm gonna put them in the hunt. As bad as I want them to be playoff contender, and as much as I like the defensive moves, we've talked about this quite often on the show. We love their defensive draft picks. The offense already is amazing. They just still feel like that team that's going to lose those games that they should have won because
Yeah.
of dumb mistakes.
Exactly.
And I think I live for the hope of it all. Like,
Yeah.
again, it's like the on paper stuff. I look at
Right.
it, I'm like, man, on paper, you guys should be tearing people up this year.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing. I don't hope anything good for the Cowboys. That's just
I
my
don't
take
care
on
about
it.
the Cowboys. I just like what they're doing. I like pieces that they have. That's
Yeah.
all.
It takes some studs.
Cleveland Browns tanking with upside.
Tanking
I
with
think
upside.
that's pretty simple.
If they didn't make that move today, though, I would have been saying UFL.
Yeah.
No, I still would have said tanking.
It was a good
upside.
trade for them.
It was a great trade for them. But what have they done to have any kind of upside in their team before the move they made today?
I mean,
Their defense was sick.
They drafted
Harrison
Carson
Fanning?
Schlesinger. They drafted Mason
Drafted.
Graham. Drafted. They had Myles Garrett and who's the corner for them? Very good.
They traded him.
Can't remember his name.
It's the guy from Jacksonville now. They traded Greg Newsome over to Jacksonville.
Not Greg Newsome. Greg Newsome's terrible.
Talking about Denzel Ward.
Denzel
Ward.
Ward.
That's what
Denzel
I'm
Ward's
thinking
still
of.
very good. And their offense is good. They have a good offensive line. Quinshon Judkins, I like. Harold Fannin, I love.
Next team.
All right, Bengals,
Super Bowl favorite.
Playoff contenders.
playoff contenders. Yep, I'd agree with playoff contenders. Something just always happens wrong with the Bengals.
I know.
I want them to be Super Bowl favorites.
Those
I think
Ohio
we could very
teams, man.
easily see a Rams-Bengals Super Bowl again this
A
year.
rematch.
A
would be
rematch.
awesome.
I think so too. I think that could
The
happen.
good ending.
What if it ends with the same holding call?
Oh my gosh.
All right, Chicago Bears, playoff contenders.
Playoff contenders.
Yeah. I heard somebody talking about the Bears recently, and they were really low on them. I think it was a podcast, and
Was it this one?
was it? Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't know. I just thought
You
Ben
listen to
Johnson
other
did
podcasts?
so good in year one.
You know, this morning when I was talking to Rob on that spot, he asked me my 3 favorite NFC teams, and I put the Chicago Bears as number 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
I put them as number 3.
Oh, it might have been Rob. It might have been.
Oh,
Rob.
it might have been him.
Because I think Rob was
Yeah.
pretty low on it.
Yeah,
And I
he
was like,
was.
man,
Yep.
I don't know how you could be low on Ben Johnson year
I know.
one.
I know.
All right, Carolina Panthers. Shout out Kendrick.
Shout out Kendrick in the hunt.
Yeah, in the hunt.
I was going to go Purgatory.
Whoa.
Yeah. I
'Cause of
was a
Bryce.
little frustrated with the move they made in the draft, and I don't see how they're much better this year, and I don't see what changes they're going to make to, do something different. I can see them being
I'll
Purgatory.
just say they almost beat the LA Rams twice last year.
This is true.
I can't get that out of my head.
Yeah.
They almost beat them twice. Like one time in the playoffs in LA.
I feel like they match up better with the guys
So
in
cool.
Purgatory, honestly.
Yeah, I could see
Think
it.
about it.
It's probably on the line for me. I'm still going to keep them in the hunt.
That defense is
that
just
defense
so
is
good,
really,
dude.
really
It's
good.
so
Defense is
good.
fun. Super fun.
All right, Buffalo Bills,
Playoff contender.
UFL. I mean, seriously, imagine this. Week 2.
He said seriously.
Week 2, Josh Allen drops back for a snap. It's high. He runs back. He gets slammed by a defensive tackle. Don't know who it is because I
Breaks
don't
his
know who
knee.
they're playing. Tears his ACL. What is this Bills team outside of Josh Allen? How many games do they win?
James Cook was the rushing leader last year.
I mean, how many rushing yards does he get without the threat of Josh Allen every play?
Dude,
You're
that
absolutely
is.
right.
Who is their
Wait,
backup?
who's their back?
Mitch
Case-
Trubisky? Did he get
Case
back?
Keenum is still over there.
Case Keenum, Mitchell Trubisky.
go
Who
back?
cares?
Who's
Yeah.
I mean, this team is so bad outside of Josh Allen.
That's true. It's probably like an 11-win drop off.
That's if we're looking at it very objectively, it is unbelievable how much Josh Allen adds to this team to make them a playoff contender. I'm still going to say playoff contender because it's Josh Allen,
Yeah.
but don't be surprised if something were to happen to Josh that they just absolutely are tanked and they don't have picks.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they still have some picks, but like,
They have their picks.
yeah. Well,
Right.
they traded their second.
Except for their 2nd.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, and I just don't see any upside on this team. So,
Dang.
I'm playoff
I get
contender.
it.
I was going
I
to
get
say Super Bowl favorites.
Yeah, not for me.
Wow.
No, I'm going to go contender.
I just know how
Yeah.
that is.
I don't think DJ Moore's enough to really push him over like that threshold, especially with how good these other teams are getting.
Yeah.
Like how good the Rams are getting. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I don't think they. I'll say this: if they made the Super Bowl against the Rams, I don't think they would beat the Rams.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take anybody above the Rams right now.
No. They're the number 1 team in the NFL.
yeah.
Baltimore Ravens, I think, are Super Bowl favorites. To me.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
After missing the playoffs last year
Yeah.
And a new coaching staff.
and a new coach,
They didn't miss the playoffs.
They did.
We knocked him out.
Yeah.
We did knock them
Yeah.
out?
Yeah.
Week 18.
That was for playoffs.
I thought we
game.
played them week 1 and got our little hiney spanked.
week 1.
No, in the first week of the playoffs.
No. We played
Wild
them
card.
for playoffs.
Yeah.
Who did we play in the wild card?
Remember Tyler Lupe missed the field goal?
I
You guys
do
played
remember
the
that.
Texans.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we played Texas.
Come on, you're not a fan. He's a bandwagon fan. He's all about the
How
Seahawks now.
could you?
Yeah, I still like the Ravens to be
I'm not saying
Super Bowl favorite.
I was gonna say in the hunt.
I was going to say in the hunt as well.
Yeah.
Whoa. All right, so does that
Whoa.
mean I guess we're in the hunt? All right,
We're in the hunt.
Ravens in the hunt. And Falcons, UFL.
UFL. You think? Wow.
UFL.
This is one of the worst teams.
I think purgatory.
I could see purgatory, but you got Tua, Michael
UFL.
Penix at quarterback. You're trapped because both could be hurt by week 6.
Yeah.
You know, and then
Yeah.
you're on to quarterback 3. And the defense, while I think it overachieved last year, James Pierce is in the news for bad things. You know, he could get suspended.
True.
They traded up to get him, traded 2 first-round picks to get him. Yeah, UFL, dude, for me.
I'm gonna say purgatory. I think they're like a quarterback away from, like, really being good.
Okay.
That's what I think. I mean,
I'm
you
gonna
still
go-
got Bijan. You still got Drake London. You got
Who's their wide receiver 2? Quick.
Kyle Pitts.
Doesn't count.
Bijan is wide
Zachariah
receiver
Branch,
Doesn't
dude.
count.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I
going
don't
to
know.
take it with
Dark-
upside. I'll split it. We can go in the middle.
Tanking with
All
ups.
right.
I don't
Yeah,
even
tanking
think
with
they got
upside.
upside.
They don't
it's
really
either
have
purgatory
upside.
or UFL.
Yeah. In that case, I lead in UFL.
You're leaning UFL, not purgatory?
Yeah, I'm
You're
leaning
with me?
UFL. If we say they have no upside, which they don't,
This guy.
I would lean
Put him in UFL, man.
Dang.
But
That's
you guys
crazy.
know how I feel like about Penix and Tua. Like, it's
Yeah.
tough for me to get excited. I love Drake and Bijan though. So
He just doesn't like left-handed people.
Holy
Probably because they
cow.
remind him of his father.
Dang. Daddy issues.
Just kidding.
we
All right.
did it.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode of Sunday Concessions. Really appreciative to everyone over there at Abundant TV for letting us be on the network for the first time. If you've never heard of Abundant TV, make sure you go download the app right now in the App Store, Abundant TV, or just look up their website, and they've got TV going live 24/7, all kinds of different things on there. So make sure you support them. You can also support us by following us on YouTube. Subscribe to the Sunday Concessions YouTube channel. You can like the video, comment on the video. It all helps us with the algorithm. You can follow us on social media at Sunday Concessions on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and you can also visit fanfeednetwork.com to go check out all that sweet merch. There's deals running all the time, and you can become a member today for even the cheapest price of $2.50 a month. I mean, that's just, to me, a no-brainer to support your favorite football channel. But yeah.
We'll do one even better. We'll do a free month. If you go use the promo code, we'll create this before this video comes
Okay.
out. Go use the promo code ATV for Abundant TV.
Yeah,
for that
Abundant-
launch,
yep.
ATV. Use it and you'll get a free month.
So use promo code ATV for a free month to Sunday Concessions membership over at fanfeednetwork.com.
All
kinds
capitals?
Doesn't matter.
So yeah, with that, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you next time on Sunday Concessions. Peace.